नमस्कार, मैं हूं राजीव ढोंडियाल। अमेरिका और ईरान के बीच में परमाणु समझौते को लेकर जेनेवा में एक अहम बैठक होने वाली है। ईरान के विदेश मंत्री सैयद अब्बास अरागची राजनीतिक और तकनीकी प्रतिनिधि मंडल के साथ जेनेवा पहुंच गए। ईरान और अमेरिका के बीच अप्रत्यक्ष परमाणु वार्ता को लेकर यह बहुत महत्वपूर्ण बैठक है और उसका अंतिम दौर भी माना जा रहा है। ईरान का प्रतिनिधि मंडल ओमान के विदेश मंत्री बदर अल-बुसैदी से मुलाकात करेगा, जिसमें जो प्रतिबंध है वो हटाने और परमाणु मुद्दों पर बातचीत होगी। मुलाकात से पहले अमेरिका ने परमाणु समझौतों को लेकर अपना रुख बिल्कुल साफ कर दिया और उपराष्ट्रपति जेडी वेंस ने कहा कि ईरान परमाणु हथियार नहीं रख सकता है। उन्होंने ईरान में परमाणु कार्यक्रम फिर से शुरू करने के सबूत मिलने का दावा किया और आज की बैठक को लेकर ईरान के विदेश मंत्री ने यह बहुत बड़ा दावा किया। तो अमेरिका के साथ ईरान की बातचीत पर आज तक से ईरान के विदेश मंत्री अब्बास अरागची के साथ वर्ल्ड एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू अब आपको दिखाते हैं। अब्बास अरागची ने अमेरिका के साथ बातचीत पर क्या कहा है, सुनिए।
In Geneva, there is every possibility to come to an agreed solution which is fair and balanced.
You believe there's going to be an agreement, or are you just hopeful there's going to be an agreement?
Well, I'm hopeful, of course. But I think it is achievable. Of course, it depends on the other side's determination. To be honest with you, we are not fully convinced that they have a real determination to do that. Why? Because we have a bitter experience of the last time. We were negotiating last June when Israel attacked us, and then the US joined that attack. So that memory is still fresh for us. The wounds of that aggression is still alive in our minds. So we cannot forget that once we negotiating with the US and then they decided to attack us. This time we are obviously more careful and we have concern. But if there is a genuine, if there is a real serious determination in their side to come to a conclusion, I believe it is achievable.
अगर अमेरिका का हमला हुआ तो ईरान ने बड़े युद्ध की धमकी दी है। उसने कहा कि अमेरिका कहीं भी सुरक्षित नहीं है। ईरान ने अपने सहयोगी संगठनों के साथ पलटवार की चेतावनी देते हुए कहा है कि अगला संघर्ष कई मोर्चों के साथ सीमाओं से आगे बढ़ेगा। आपको ईरानी प्रोफेसर मुस्तफा होशेशम की चेतावनी सुनाते हैं, जो कि उन्होंने अमेरिका और इजराइल को लेकर दी है।
Iran has warned everyone, top military officials and the leader. They are warned that this time around the situation will be different. You launch an attack, a simple attack, you fire the first bullet, Iran will respond with an all-out war. That would spread easily to the entire region. The problem here is that the global economy is at stake, including the United States. No matter how much oil you can steal from Venezuela or anywhere else, the global economy will go bankrupt, the United States will go bankrupt.
दूसरी तरफ अपनी सालाना स्पीच में राष्ट्रपति डोनाल्ड ट्रंप ने ईरान को साफ कह दिया है कि वो उन्हें किसी भी हालत में परमाणु हथियार बनने नहीं देंगे।
But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen. They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue. They're starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon.
आपने आज तक के साथ ईरान के विदेश मंत्री अब्बास अरागची का सुपर एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू देखा। अब आपको अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी CIA के ऑपरेशन 007 के बारे में बताते हैं। अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप के आदेश पर CIA ने ईरान में सीक्रेट ऑपरेशन शुरू किया और ऑपरेशन का मकसद है ईरान के सुप्रीम लीडर का खात्मा। आखिर CIA का ऑपरेशन 007 क्या है, आपको दिखाते हैं।
खामेनी का खात्मा करेगा CIA का 007। खामेनी के पीछे CIA के मुखबिर। खामेनी का सीक्रेट अड्डा ट्रेस हो गया। सीक्रेट बंकर पर ऑपरेशन की तैयारी। मिसाइल से नहीं, CIA से डरे खामेनी। खामेनी के डेथ वारंट पर ट्रंप के दस्तखत। ईरानी सेना के लड़ाकू विमान और हेलीकॉप्टर का क्रैश होना, फिर खामेनी के खिलाफ विरोध प्रदर्शन की आग का एक यूनिवर्सिटी के बाद दूसरी यूनिवर्सिटी तक अचानक फैलना, क्या अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी CIA के ऑपरेशन खामेनी का हिस्सा है? इस आशंका के पीछे अमेरिका और ईरान के बीच बढ़ते तनाव के बीच CIA का ईरान के नागरिकों के नाम फारसी भाषा में जारी किया गया एक संदेश है। वही संदेश जिसमें ईरानी नागरिकों से संपर्क करने को कहा गया है। सबसे पहले आप एक्स पर अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी CIA का पोस्ट देखिए। पोस्ट में लिखा है, नमस्कार, CIA आपकी आवाज सुन सकती है और आपकी मदद करना चाहती है। नीचे सुरक्षित रूप से हमसे ऑनलाइन संपर्क करने के लिए जरूरी जानकारी मौजूद है। यानी ईरानी नागरिकों को वर्चुअल कॉल और पहचान छिपाकर संपर्क करने के रास्ते बताए गए हैं। अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी CIA के संदेश को खतरनाक प्लान से जोड़कर देखा जा रहा है। मसलन, नंबर 1, ईरान के सुप्रीम लीडर खामेनी को निशाना बनाना। नंबर 2, ईरानी नागरिकों से ही खामेनी की मुखबिरी करवाना। नंबर 3, ईरानी नागरिकों को खामेनी के खिलाफ भड़काना। मीडिया रिपोर्ट्स के मुताबिक अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी खामेनी के गुप्त ठिकाने को ट्रेस करने में जुटी है। यही वजह है कि हर 24 घंटे में खामेनी अपना ठिकाना बदल रहे हैं। ये भी संभव है कि अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी के एजेंट्स इस वक्त ईरान में मौजूद हों, खामेनी से जुड़ी जानकारी जुटा रहे हैं, क्योंकि ट्रंप यही चाहते हैं कि ईरान में खामेनी का खात्मा हो। बीते दिन ट्रंप की नई धमकी में ईरान के लिए उनके प्लान का ब्लूप्रिंट मौजूद है।
But one thing is certain, I will never allow the world's #1 sponsor of terror, which they are by far, to have a nuclear weapon. Can't let that happen.
एक तरफ सैन्य कार्रवाई की धमकी और दूसरी तरफ अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी का ईरान में एक्टिव होना खामेनी के लिए किसी खतरे की घंटी से कम नहीं है। ईरान में CIA की एंट्री होते ही खामेनी ने अपने सीक्रेट बंकर में सैन्य अफसरों और सलाहकारों के साथ अहम मीटिंग की। खामेनी ने सुप्रीम सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल के चीफ लारिजानी को आपातकाल वाले हालात से निपटने के निर्देश दिए। लारिजानी संकट के वक्त सरकार चलाने, सरकार विरोधी प्रदर्शन को दबाने और युद्ध की योजना बनाने का जिम्मा संभालते हैं। खामेनी ने सीनियर अफसरों की 4 लेयर की नई टीम बनाई है ताकि उन्हें निशाना बनाए जाने के बाद भी ईरान में तख्ता पलट न हो। अमेरिकी हमले की आशंका को देखते हुए खामेनी ने अपने वारिस का चयन भी कर लिया है। ईरान को पता है कि अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति कभी भी हमला कर सकते हैं।
They've already developed missiles that can threaten Europe and our bases overseas, and they're working to build missiles that will soon reach the United States of America. After Midnight Hammer, they were warned to make no future attempts to rebuild their weapons program, and in particular, nuclear weapons. Yet they continue. They're starting it all over. We wiped it out, and they want to start all over again. We are in negotiations with them. They want to make a deal, but we haven't heard those secret words. We will never have a nuclear weapon.
ईरान को लेकर अमेरिकी राष्ट्रपति ट्रंप ने सिचुएशन रूम में एक अहम बैठक की है। मीटिंग में अमेरिकी सेना के टॉप कमांडर, अमेरिकी खुफिया एजेंसी CIA के चीफ, विदेश मंत्री और रक्षा मंत्री मौजूद थे। पहले ट्रंप ने मंत्रियों और अफसरों के साथ मीटिंग की। मीटिंग के बाद ट्रंप ने सेना के टॉप अफसरों के साथ ईरान के खिलाफ सैन्य कार्रवाई के विकल्पों पर चर्चा की। सेना के अफसरों ने ईरान पर सैन्य कार्रवाई के एक-एक विकल्प ट्रंप को सुझाए।
They want to make a deal. I think they'd be foolish if they didn't. We took out their nuclear power last time, and we'll have to see if we take out more this time.
Do you think a deal with Iran, with this current regime, would ever really stick?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I know one thing. They want to make a deal. They wouldn't talk to anybody else, but they're talking to me. But, you know, it's a good question. A lot of people say no. And I would say that I'd rather make a deal. It's got to be a good deal. No nuclear weapons, no missiles, no this, no that, all the different things that you want.
भले ही ट्रंप ईरान पर हमले के संकेत दे रहे हों, लेकिन ईरान ने भी अमेरिका के खिलाफ मोर्चा खोल दिया है। कल अमेरिका के साथ तीसरे राउंड की वार्ता है। वार्ता से पहले ईरान ने साफ कर दिया है कि वो टेबल पर बातचीत को तैयार है, लेकिन अमेरिका ने हमला किया तो ईरान मुंहतोड़ जवाब देगा। आज तक ब्यूरो।
अमेरिका और ईरान में इस समय जंग के मुहाने पर दोनों खड़े हैं। तनाव जोरों पर है और इस बीच में आज तक ने तेहरान में ईरान के विदेश मंत्री अब्बास अरागची के साथ वर्ल्ड एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू किया। अमेरिकी धमकियों और जिनेवा में बातचीत से पहले अब्बास अरागची ने आज तक के साथ बातचीत में कई बड़ी बातें कही। आपको बताते हैं कि ईरान के विदेश मंत्री अब्बास अरागची ही अमेरिका के साथ जिनेवा में बातचीत कर रहे हैं। आपको दिखाते हैं ईरानी विदेश मंत्री का वर्ल्ड एक्सक्लूसिव इंटरव्यू।
We're in conversation with the Foreign Minister of Iran, Abbas Araghchi. Thank you so much, Minister, sir, for joining us here in this conversation. Donald Trump has put Iran on notice yet again. What's your reaction? Is Iran prepared?
Well, first of all, thank you for having me. On your question, of course we are prepared. We are fully prepared for both options. War, God forbid, and peace. As you know, I'm going to Geneva this afternoon in order to have the third round of our talks with the US team. And we have made some progress last time. We were able to find some sort of understandings. And I think based on those understandings, we can build something in the form of an agreement, a deal. I think a fair, balanced, and equitable deal is achievable, and we can do it. Of course, our armed forces are prepared to do their job, and we know how to defend ourselves, and this is what we did last time. And we have learned lots of lessons from the last war, so we are even more prepared. And that means, by the way, that the aim is to prevent a war. When you are prepared for a war, you can prevent it. Otherwise, you are inviting it to your home. So we are fully prepared, not because we want war, because we want to prevent the war. I'm a man of diplomacy. I have to talk about my own job. And I think the way we are going to is the best possible way to resolve this problem. There is no military option for Iran's peaceful nuclear program. If there is any concern, if there is any question, if there is any ambiguity, we are ready to address. We are ready to answer questions. We are ready to remove concerns. But we are not ready to give up our right for peaceful use of nuclear technology. This is what we demand. So I believe that tomorrow in Geneva, there is every possibility to come to an agreed solution which is fair and balanced.
You believe there's going to be an agreement, or are you just hopeful there's going to be an agreement?
Well, I'm hopeful, of course, but I think it is achievable. Of course, it depends on the other side's determination. To be honest with you, we are not fully convinced that they have a real determination to do that. Why? Because we have a bitter experience of the last time. We were negotiating last June when Israel attacked us, and then the US joined that attack. So that memory is still fresh for us. The wounds of that aggression is still alive in our minds. So we cannot forget that once we negotiating with the US and then they decided to attack us. This time we are obviously more careful. we have concern. But if there is a genuine, if there is a real serious determination in their side to come to a conclusion, I believe it is achievable.
Minister Araghchi, you're saying that you're hopeful and you see intent, not as much, but you're dealing with a US president who is unlike any other in the past. Look at the statement and please react to the statement, his State of the Union address. He has very clearly said, and please tell me where that credibility of the information really comes from, when he says that President has claimed that Iran is developing missiles that can reach America, and that the negotiations and the terms and conditions are no enrichment at all. So where does the claim of the missiles really come from then?
Well, President Trump has always complained about fake news. So I think now it is himself the victim of fake news, unfortunately. We are not developing, long-range missiles, and we have limited the range of our missiles below 2,000 kilometers intentionally by ourselves because we don't want anyone. We don't want it to be like a global threat. This is only to defend ourselves. Our missiles has, defense nature. They are only to build deterrence and to help us defend ourselves, exactly as they did in the last June's war. We didn't initiate that war. It was Israelis and then Americans. We only defended ourselves. For them, that was an illegal act of aggression. For us, it was a legitimate act of self-defense. And we did it by our missiles. So our missiles is our reliable means of defense. And we have no intention to extend their range. So this is not the fact. It was also mentioned the number of killings in Iran, another fake news. We have already published the name of those of the victims of the recent, terrorist operation.
He said 32,000.
I hope that we establish our understanding based on real facts, and the fact is Iran is not developing nuclear weapons. We have always said, and I would like to reaffirm, that we have no intention to go for nuclear weapons. And we have no intention to go for long-range missiles. And we have, of course, the intention and determination to, establish our rights and to practice our rights for peaceful use of nuclear technology.
But isn't enrichment a deal breaker? You're going into Geneva, you're saying you want it for peaceful purposes, but enrichment is a deal breaker, sir.
Well, I didn't hear the President say anything about enrichment in State of the Union speech. Enrichment, yes, is a very serious question. And we have dealt with that in the past 2 rounds of our discussion. And I believe that still there is the possibility to conclude a deal. Of course, I'm not going to negotiate through this panel, but I believe a deal is possible.
I'd like to be a fly on the wall, but I'm not that. So might as well tell us, what is fair and equitable to you? How do you see fair and equitable? What should Iran be allowed and what should America get?
Well, what we want is only our right, to practice our right. We are a committed member of NPT, Non-Proliferation Treaty, and we have accepted not to have nuclear weapons, but at the same time we have full rights to use nuclear technology for peaceful purposes. And we want to practice that right. If there is any question, as I said, if there is any concern, we are ready to address. So we can build confidence on our nuclear program. And in return, we expect sanctions being terminated. So this is a fair deal, that we build confidence, we make sure that our program is peaceful and would remain peaceful forever.
Respectfully, sir, our Prime Minister is in Israel. How do you see, what's the reading of Iran in how India balances its ties with Israel, as also with Iran, which is a critical partner?
Well, to be honest with you, it is very unfortunate. Now, Israel is the one who has destroyed the whole Gaza. 75,000 people are killed, and this is not a claim, this is a fact confirmed by almost all international organizations who are dealing with the question in Gaza. 70,000 people. It is a genocide. So obviously we don't see it appropriate to deal with a genocidal regime. Of course, it is up to our friends in India to decide for themselves. But I hope that while Prime Minister Modi is there, he can address also the question of Palestinians and their right for self-determination.
And maybe remind the world that it's not an era of war, that war should not be the solution?
Well, of course, I'm sure that he will do that. We have always had a very good relation with India. India is a friend to Iran, and our relation is history, old. And we have always enjoyed having a good bilateral economic relation, social relations, cultural relations, and political relations. And we want it to continue as such. I have good contact with my colleague, Minister Jaishankar, and we always exchange our views, and we have very good personal relations. So I wish Iran, and I'm confident that Iran and India can continue their good, friendly relations. And I hope that India, play its positive and constructive role to establish peace and stability in our region, and to prevent further crimes and killings by Israelis against Palestinians.